A big DDN hello to everyone from the quintessential technology festival of the region, GITEX Dubai. My name is Prem Akella. I am the Senior Director of International Marketing at Data Direct Networks, DDN. Here with me is a pioneer of our ages, one of the pioneers of AI infrastructure, Paul Bloch, who is the President and Co-founder of DDN. I'm looking forward to having this conversation with him on all things related to AI infrastructure. Hello, Paul. How are you?
Good, Prem. Good to be in Dubai.
So, Paul, let's start with the origin story of DDN. Can you tell us about the origin story, and can you also tell us what is the current mission and values and vision of DDN?
Sure. Actually, it's quite a long story, but DDN has been in existence for about 25 years. Alex Buzari and myself founded it, right? And obviously since then we've grown tremendously. The first 15 years of the company were dedicated to delivering very large scale, high performance computing data infrastructure, right? And over the past 8 to 10 years, with our relationship with NVIDIA and basically delivering AI solutions, we've been focusing on resolving large training, inferencing, and delivering data intelligence for AI workloads at any scale.
And that is truly inspiring to hear. The AI infrastructure evolution across the globe is at a breakneck speed. So from the seat where you're at and from your expertise, what are the inflection points? What are the imperatives that someone needs to see?
Sure. I mean, the inflection points is that we've already gone through the test phase, right? So, I mean, if you're looking at the large foundational models, inferencing models, you know, there's basically growth and scale that's going to keep on going, right? So you have this basically massive amount of research optimization and improvements of agentic AI, reasoning, again, training, inferencing. And so large companies, the hyperscalers, the foundational models are all deploying, and they're now needing the next level of scale, right? So you're talking about 10x, 50x, 100x what has been delivered. So there is success there. And then enterprise AI obviously is following, albeit a little behind, right? A bit more cautious, but it's following. So really what we're finding is a extraordinary search for scale, right? Data, power. I mean, the power and space is foremost, right? Everybody's building gigawatt type of facilities, and then basically they will populate it with technologies like ours for data intelligence, and clearly aligned with NVIDIA or AMD.
And you brought a very important phrase here for me, which is data intelligence.
Yes.
I think that, AI models and AI infrastructure is only as good as the underlying data. So tell us more about data intelligence and why it is important.
Sure. So I mean, clearly, when you deploy all these massive systems, right? At first, you're talking about computation, you're talking about analysis, you're talking about that. But really, what's going to make a big difference is access to data, access to global data, right? And being able to actually ingest, analyze, load, simulate on actually exabytes of data, right? So it's really a lot of companies are going to create data, and you need to embrace it. And this is really valuation, monetization, value, efficiency, expertise, which is built on data, right? So you're going to crunch all your data on GPUs, you're going to do an agent and so forth, but really you're only as good as the quality of your data, the amount of your data, and being able to be real time with your data, right? And this is really what DDN does, right? We encompass all the universe of the requirements for your data side on the infrastructure and the data intelligence side. So really when you deploy infrastructure, all you need is NVIDIA and you need DDN, and then various software application on top of it. Obviously could be Palantir, Databricks, could be Mistral, Llama and so forth, right? All the foundation models, but we all enable the efficiency of this system. That's what DDN does.
Excellent. And at DDN, we take immense pride in ensuring that our products, our development, our innovation has data intelligence at heart. So aligned to that, I wanted to ask you something. Can you break it down for our viewers and listeners, our portfolio? of products?
So, I mean, yeah, before you do this, I mean, really what has made DDN successful over the years is really our relentless engineering effort and quality, but also the fact that we align with our customers and look really as the customer success as ours. And we truly mean that. And which is why we're actually, after 25 years, right, we've seen competition go by the wayside, right, and we're actually growing at a larger and faster pace because we understand what is required to deliver AI, and it's not easy, right? I mean, it's not just about money, it's about having the knowledge to make these systems efficient and delivering basically tokens at the least amount of cost, right? So again, we enable training, inferencing, we are showing massive differences and value, you know, when you deploy all these GPUs at hundreds, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, billions. What you need is you need to be efficient very quickly, right? You need to be able to get to data and results very quickly. And this is what we enable along with our partners.
Absolutely. Perfect. And so there is this element of AI, which is also coming through. As pervasive as AI is becoming, there is the component or the concept of sovereign AI, which is nations basically looking to ensure that they become very independent with their AI frameworks
Sure.
and their AI economies going
Sure.
forward. So give us your view from your seat on sovereign AI.
Sure, I mean, absolutely. I mean, every country now has a plan, right? It's no longer just a talking point, right? Pretty much every country is implementing or in the process of implementing a sovereign AI capacity and building an AI factory, right? And this is really for, government services, security, efficiency, making easier access to government services the same way, right, for the average citizen, and also for, again, research, development, and really creating intelligence and being able to keep it within country, because really the value, yes, obviously there's value in infrastructure, but at the end of the day, you're creating intelligence, you're creating digital transformation, you're creating value for a company to become more efficient, more profitable, and be able to eventually hire more people. So this is all happening, and each of those countries need to do it, at their level, to be able to encourage, the young people to develop AI workloads, AI data value, AI again across every vertical within any enterprise.
Yeah, and this evolution even of sovereign AI is happening at the same breakneck speed as everything else with AI as well. One of the components of that is how it sort of has its footprint on enterprises. So what is AI for enterprises, and
Sure.
what is data intelligence as a role?
Sure. So, I mean, enterprise, the typically, obviously, we are seeing early adoption, right? So we're not seeing massive adoption yet in the enterprise, but there's a massive amount of proof of concept, massive amount of gathering of use cases, right? I was talking to a Fortune 500, and they've gathered literally over 1,000 use cases. But really the challenge is to wheel those through these 1,000 use cases, extract which ones are the most important, and implement them, right? Yeah. So we have to make it simpler for enterprise to adopt AI, and I think this is what you're going to see in the next 12 to 18 months, right? It'll be today we're doing chatbot, we're doing agentic AI across, right? But there's much more to do to really transform the companies themselves, right? Transform their processes, make them more efficient in inventory, management, supply control, better production situation, digital twins, right? So we're just at the only on start.
Excellent. And aligned to that, what industries or what verticals are you seeing the impact of what you're saying?
So it's approaching all the verticals, right? But I mean, the early ones that we're finding are, medical. You have medical, you have manufacturing, you have autonomous, with driverless capabilities. You basically have all the genomics situation. You have banking, high frequency traders. So it's really permeating across the board, right? You have space defense, right? All the defense security portion of it, social media. So it's really affecting across the board and really deploying. And we're at the onset, right? So very similar to the internet early days or railroads, right? I mean, this is the onset of AI. And we believe that basically this is going to keep going and growing. There might be kind of a plateau at some point, but I mean, it's going to basically just re-evolve right after, right? So
Excellent.
It's not ending, it's going to grow.
Pumped for the age of AI coming forward as well. So with that, I also want to thank Ingram Micro, who has, as our partners, helped facilitate this beautiful podcast with Paul Bloch, who's with us in this midst as well. So thank you again, Paul.
Thank you, Prem. Appreciate it. Thank you.